Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahawah, Ba'ashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadah. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to mighty Akim and Akwat out there who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this. Today, this is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Today, I'm going to be talking about the doll tests, getting into another thing, because I had seen this video over here, and the people reacting to it had made some comments that didn't sit well with me, and I just really want to get in and talk about it, because I honestly believe that it's a very dishonest thing when people talk about it now. Okay, because now, what is the doll test? The doll test is they got researchers got a bunch of young children, early stages, to describe or answer questions about two separate dolls. One doll is light skin or white skin, and another doll was dark skin or so-called black. Okay, and when they asked the question, they said, "Oh, which doll is a pretty doll? Which doll do you think is a good doll? Which doll do you think is a bad doll?" Not. And all the positive traits they would, most if not all, would give to the white doll, while all the negative traits would be given. And these are young children. I forgot their ages, but pretty young, like I don't know, around 6 or something, or younger. And they're white and black in different races and whatnot. I don't think they really did too much of an emphasis on races, but they primarily focus on like Americans and whatnot, and European. And most of the connotations, what the hell? Most of the children, black and white, would say the same thing, which is, okay, the white is all the good positive traits, the black is all the negative traits. Now, also, one thing to note was that this was a very important piece of information, is that this was done, I believe, in 1940. Okay, yeah, right there, right on the thing, 1940s. Okay, so at this time, okay, a lot of I want to say media, as well as the general view of so-called black man / black people were very heavily leaning towards negative. Okay, so that's the first thing. In addition to that was 1940. Early 2000s, I would also suffer from a similar thing, because as in my younger years, as well as I believe my younger siblings, as well as the people around me, or the younger children around me in general, we usually, not that like we were talking about or anything like that, but the general consensus was that white is right, and all this black, if you're black and whatnot, you're wrong, hoodlum, thug, whatnot. And that actually sat with me for all the way into my my late teens, so like tail end when I was like 19. So the thing about that is, I would like to say that it is well, do this in order. What was said in here, okay?
Okay, holy fuck. Let me read some of these comments.
Okay, no, hold on. So I'm not gonna, forget it, I'll just skip it. This guy, the mixed guy or whatever, half breed, he is, I believe, black and white. I don't know which one's which, but whatever. I believe he is if my memory serves properly, he is both. He has a black parent and a white parent. He's mixed. He is. I actually checked. I believe Mexican, and I recently found out that he is white and Hawaiian. This guy, funnily enough, the white and Hawaiian, kept his mouth shut for the majority of the video. Now, I don't know if that was smart of him, or maybe, maybe he actually just didn't know what to say. He felt uncomfortable or whatnot. But I guess good on him for shutting up if he didn't have anything insightful or critical thinking worthy or whatnot. Now the surprising thing was this guy, the half black, half white guy, he was like making contradictory statements. So initially, earlier in the video, he said, okay, children aren't born racist. They have to be taught it. Okay. So, okay, he says that. Then, as the video goes on and they show different, different, I don't know, different like studies and whatnot, because they went through multiple different sources. So as he went to and saw different stuff, he's saying, okay, well, now it's a matter of maybe children think that, oh, if you see, if you associate black with dark, then they're gonna think, okay, well, this thing looks like, my black skin, so they're gonna be more afraid or more inclined to think like that. So that would that not incline, a prejudice at the very least, if not racism, but a prejudice towards darker skin colors and lighter skin colors, making the divide. Okay, so already it's a contradiction in his line of thinking, and this is the main reason why I want to do this video, because speaking as a man, I could be wrong, but I honestly believe being extremely dishonest in talking about this topic, because if he as a so-called black man, if he is the seed line of Jacob, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, if his father is the so-called black man, then I have it very hard to believe that. Well, I find it very hard to believe that he doesn't know of, the true reason behind it. Okay, and the irony, and if he actually does not know that, and obviously I want to say, my bad, no disrespect to him if he truly does not know, but if he does know, which I definitely do, I definitely wouldn't put it past not only him but many other, so-called influencers or celebrities and whatnot, from being knowledgeable on some topics like this, but honestly just trying to push the topic away from the actual, because it kind of seemed like he was trying to dismiss the true racial issues that are being taught to our children. Okay, and not our children now, but our children back then, because the so-called Mexican, all right, he actually said what he said was very brief. He actually came out and said, which I, kudos to him or whatever, but at the end of the day, this guy was the one that was doing most of the talking, and he was saying that it's the media, okay, it's what's pushed, what's everyone is shown, and that's a that's a harsh reality and truth to it. Because if you are, I'm sure that there's many brothers that are older than me. They might have grew up watching TV and whatnot, or maybe they went playing video games when they were young. Most of the video games, most of the shows, most of the heroes that we know are primarily so-called white people. Okay, Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, freaking, I don't know any characters that might be older, but like I grew up watching primarily like whatever was available in our freaking, I don't know, cheap television area. Okay, but there was some old characters. Blade, what's his name? Marvel. When did the first Blade movie come out? The Blade movie. 1998. Okay, so yeah, I remember seeing this, but this is not seeing the movies, seeing some parts of it. But you see, the thing is, as a child, I can't go and see this and say, oh yeah, I want to be just like Blade and whatnot. And I can't even, I'm pretty sure there were like a few more, but obviously they're not too notable, or like the fact that I can't name them off the top of my head, it definitely goes to show that they were definitely not pushed out. All right, like you literally had to go out and find it. But my main point in this, like, from 1998 to 2004, I was definitely alive during this time. I was definitely watching stuff. But the thing is, when I saw this was like an adult theme movie. Like I couldn't really watch this because I was pretty young at this time, and like I wasn't, me personally, I guess there are some that are okay with it, but me personally, like I'm not in the what's it called, the fandom of getting scared. So why is it that I have to go to this adult thing, for me to find a character or find something that I can look up to and acknowledge and whatnot. All right, like it's a very hard thing growing up as a child, only seeing, or primarily seeing, all these cool characters being so-called white people. All right, so there is that. I don't know how old he is, but whatever. And that's the thing about, well, honestly, I think that it also ties into being half of something. Like, so you when you're half of something, you can just say, oh, I claim this white cool superhero, I want to be that and whatnot. All right, and they have that, oh, I want to be this day, and tomorrow whatever, like that. There's that thing about that. That's the positive, what's the word, positive attributes to it, while I do acknowledge that there are definitely a lot of negativity that goes into being a mix. Okay, but outside of that, definitely there is the negative. Okay, there is the positive. All right, but yeah, that's basically why I want to go into. In addition to that, let's go into some scriptures. 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. Okay, now one of the main things, okay, we need to be aware of is that in this time, okay, in the time that we're in right now, people are being manipulated and indoctrinated to think a certain way. If the said person I'm talking about is a victim of that, then obviously I attack him. But at the same time, I believe I hold him to a very high standard. I have not that I'm looking up to him, but I'm saying that he seems, in my eyes, I'm assuming that he is smart enough to know what's right and what's wrong. And the fact that he's saying something that's just wrong, all right, is a problem. It is not sound, it's not coherent to say that children aren't born racist, and then at the same time you're saying that, oh, the reason why children are saying that this kid is this doll is good and this doll is bad is because they have the association of the colors. So when you see black, like, obviously I don't need to repeat myself, but like that, when I hear that type of stuff, I just hear like white apology, like, don't feel guilty to be white and whatnot. Which, I mean, sure, you don't need to feel guilty to be who you are, but you do know that you have to answer for what you and your forefathers have done. Okay, so regardless of whether what you feel or not, enjoy yourself right now. Okay, enjoy what was to you. All right, get this. It might not be okay. One. Jeremiah chapter 16 verse 19. O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited and things wherein there is no profit. Okay, so these heathens, Gentiles, whatever, they have inherited lies. The lies of the I almost slipped up. The Jays, the lies of the Jays, the lies of these people saying, oh, this is our land and whatnot, when they stole it off the Native American. And in addition to that, I heard multiple, it's like I didn't hear, I've seen multiple videos where they're trying to, rewrite history and say that, or remove the history of them enslaving so-called black people, saying that, oh, they were just brought here in servitude or some shit like that, basically sugarcoating that, and then also saying that the removing teaching about Americans. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I did not know jack shit about what happened to the Native Americans. I literally, throughout my all the years of my learning in school, going to school, elementary all the way to high school and whatnot, I don't remember about the Native Americans. I barely heard about them, and they did not teach about all the crap that they did to them. All right, and also that is not just a thing that they do. They do in here, okay, in North America, in the whole continent of North America, but they also do it in Japan. Okay, I definitely heard that. It's lucky I didn't hear. I researched it myself, and I found out that they barely taught about the people that are native to the land of Japan, the history and what happened to them and what they did. Okay, they said now they're adding a bit, like a certain amount of pages or whatever, but that really doesn't mean. At the same time, the children learning it, they're gonna get a sugar coated version of it. So yeah, they're gonna say, okay, you have to have 70 pages in your textbook and whatnot in your own, and Google, YouTube, whatever website to find it out by myself. And that's honestly what our people, we should be doing. Well, not even no, everyone should be doing that, because very clearly they don't want us to know the truth behind the history. All right, and to the indoctrination, they think, Slakia, they want us to forget about history. But the very important thing, the key thing about history is we need to know about history, not our history, in order to prevent the same mistakes from happening. People have been saying that for like the longest time, okay, but it doesn't truly resonate with people. People in what's it called? They always say we're in the age of information, but people are just so lazy and so, I guess, dumb. Like, I don't really think dumb is not the proper term, but the correct term. But it's just in a way that people just don't want to, and slash they don't care about the information. They're so stuck into whatever is going on right now, and they're just, I don't know, like zombies, I guess, metaphorically zombies. All right, but of course we have to go into that. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 10, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. Okay, so it says the Most High is going to send them a strong delusion. Okay, and they're going to believe a lie. The lie is too many to count. All right, the lie of, it's the reason why there's a natural there's a natural prejudice against darker skinned people because of the association. Not, but that's not the truth, because especially like, even in if you look at what's the word, R&B, rap and whatnot, all that we hear is negative stuff and violent stuff. That's a random rap song. I don't know why I accidentally. Okay, whatever. Let's try this. Killer. Is this a song? Lyrics. No, this is freaking white, guys. I just realized it. Slakia. And get so-called black. And yeah, it does matter. I want to get. I'm assuming because of the name. Okay, yeah, I was right partially. I don't know what that is, or what ethnicity is. Alright, so already the first thing is smoking on Zaza. It's a negative thing. Choppa, go, and F word, blah blah. Selling acid, shoot at the head, the like always so shooting and drug consumption and whatnot. All right, so yeah, this is the type of influence that we're shown. Okay, and all across the world. I want to say primarily back in the I guess my younger days or whatever. Definitely, most people when they saw so-called black people, they would associate. Well, I don't want to say most people, but the global consensus was that most people would associate so-called black people with something negative, as in like drug dealers, thugs, violent people, and whatnot. So that there is that, which is ironic because historically, all right, what do we have? What do we have in terms of a group of people doing violent acts? Okay, we have slavery, the enslavement of the so-called black, enslavement of the so-called Native Americans, as well as the rape, rob, and murdering of the so-called Native Americans as well. And also, just in addition to it is, for those of you who don't know, which it's not really your fault. Obviously, you're not going to be taught this because it seemingly doesn't involve you, but at the same time, South America, there were the natives to South America are the so-called Hispanic, Latino, whatever, and what happened with them was they were invaded by they were all murdered and whatnot. Basically, I did do a bit of research in it. I went to the library and I read some books on that. And what happened was some of the things that they did. Well, it's lucky because I remember reading, and people were calling the European a hero, but in actuality, he's not a hero. He was what's the word? Oh my god! I literally had a picture of it, and I forgot. My phone got deleted, but my phone, I had to factory reset my phone, so I lost the picture. But they were calling him a hero when he was very manipulative and just plain evil. Because when they weren't trying to hurt the natives, weren't trying to hurt them. The native South Americans weren't trying to be wicked or hurt them or anything like that. They were doing their wicked customs, quote unquote, as in like sacrificing their own children and whatnot, but they weren't attacking their European visitors. And the European, I forgot his name, he was being all cool with them, but then at the same time he called for reinforcements to come and conquer these people, which while they were being hospitable to him. Okay, so yeah, that was a very wicked thing that we see they have a huge track record of doing. And obviously, that's all across the entirety of North America and South America. Okay, just that, but that's something that not a lot of people know because it's not taught. Okay, and a lot of ignorance, perfect, willful ignorance. We live in an age of information where people are willingly ignorant. Okay, so that's a part of the strong delusion that a lot of people are going through right now, and they don't try to wake themselves up. They are satisfied in their delusion. They're satisfied in it's like the they're trying to make the infinite this is an infinite Tsukuyomi, and instead of, or when someone's trying to wake you up, hey, wake up and whatnot, they say, oh no, fuck off, I want to stay in my infinite Tsukuyomi, which, like, yeah, sure, you get to, I guess, live happily, quote unquote, but you're not really living happily. And even the Slacky, I'm going into this fucking anime shit, but even that, the Infinite Tsukuyomi was an actual, actual piece. It was actually good, but there's no good in our Infinite Tsukuyomi, or I'm just gonna call it Tsukuyomi. So in our metaphorical Tsukuyomi, it's not good because our people are being killed. Our people, have it worse. Our people are at the bottom of the freaking wealth gap and whatnot. Okay, so our people don't own anything. All right. So with all that, that's really what I want to get into. To conclude and review and whatnot, I thought I do believe it is likely that not him in his in the environment that he grew up in, he truly might not know, okay, and I cannot fault him for that. But at the same time, there have been many instances, okay, where there are people that there are people that there are people that are very dishonest. Okay, I'm not even gonna play it. No, I don't feel like waiting for the ad. But basically, Candace Owens, she was saying that she was pressured into condemning and attacking and bashing Kyrie for his quote-unquote actions, okay? When all he did was post a link, he didn't make the documentary. Amazon has it on their website, which I don't know if they took it down or not. But yeah, it's not just for sharing something. Kyrie got condemned for it. Candace, she's I honestly think that she's probably not a hypocrite in terms of her opinions on free speech. So the fact that she's defending him might be in line with what she normally believes in. So I commend her for that. But outside of that, I definitely don't agree with her other opinions. But the main thing is, people are going to be pressured into, or influencers, celebrities are going to be pressured into pressured into thinking and pushing people to think a certain way. That's another reason why they're called influencers, because they're trying to influence people into buying stuff, doing stuff and whatnot, which is what's that guy's name? Who's Gabrielle Union husband? Damn, that's a freaking search result. Dwayne Wade. Isn't this the guy that's playing in one of those Asian countries? What's his daughter? Okay, so yeah, Dwayne Wade is right here. This is Dwayne Wade's son that was born a boy. Shit. Okay, this is his. This son. They were born a boy, and I guess he's getting surgery done to become a girl. Yeah. So obviously he's pushing that out in the forefront. He's pushing that out in the forefront in order to influence people to think, to making people think that, okay, this is right. All right. And hey, that's all I'm gonna say on that. They're trying to influence certain behaviors and make things acceptable and okay. If a celebrity did it, you can too. All right. But with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahawah, Ba'Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And with that, I want to say Shalom.